Well, welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here in downtown Lansing at our studio. We're going to run basically over to Grosse Pointe, if I'm not mistaken. That's the maybe the annex studio for this young man, Paul King, good friend, president of ROI Insight. Also, as a matter of fact, has been the guy totally responsible for getting in the field and helping to interpret the Michigan Future Business Index for the last, 212 years, something like that.
Seems like that. Good, thanks. How are you?
It does seem like that some years. You're absolutely right.
Actually, these last 2 years seem like 12 years. So,
oh boy, I'm telling you. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit first about ROI Insight and your company, and give us a little of your history, because you've been doing this Future Business Index for us through 2 different employers and then self-employment.
Yes, exactly. And I appreciate that. Thank you for doing business with me. It's been a pleasure.
You're our guru. We follow
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I started ROI. Gosh, seems like, I can't believe it's been 5 years now.
Yeah.
And I started, as you know, with a marketing resource group, and then moved on to Phoenix Innovate, and then started my own company. And you've been with me ever through that whole journey. And I know when we started doing this together, when was that? 11 years ago? How long has that been?
Longer. Yeah.
Well,
longer.
you and I.
Yeah.
So there's so much data that we have, trend data, historical data that we've analyzed over those years. And, a lot of times this is the canary in the coal mine, so to speak. For instance, the small businesses talked about inflation on our survey, I think, before anything else, before anyone else was talking about it. It was on the radar, and it was moving up the list. And now, where is it now on our list of challenges to doing business? It's up there. And now in the last one we did, the supply chain issues popped up out of nowhere, came in, I think, second, right?
Right.
So it is definitely a bellwether of, it tells us what's happening out there before I think anyone else knows what's coming.
It's interesting. One of the things that stayed consistent before, and it rose up maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, was talent and securing it and retaining it, and that stayed right there in that position all through COVID.
Yeah.
Because the same things happened. You still couldn't get people if you were operational, and if you weren't operational, how do you hang on to those people?
Right. But it is showing a shift in that, before it was the challenge was hiring qualified talent that fit their needs. Now it's just getting people to come in the door.
Yeah.
If they could just get bodies to show up, that's the challenge right now. And the other challenges are dealing with, some of the things that the shifts in doing work during COVID, which was, remote work. Those things, as we see in the survey, are here to stay, I think, for a lot of at least the white collar industry.
Well, there's a bit of a arithmetic at work here too that we keep forgetting about, and that is the number of people leaving the workforce is way bigger number than the number of people entering the workforce.
Sure.
So you're going to have some bleed there. We didn't have enough babies. Is what the problem is. So let's talk about, though, the enthusiasm level of small businesses, which, when you ask, the anecdotal question, if you will, what are you enthused about? They're still enthused about a number of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and especially demand after the pandemic. The demand is still there, and they are excited about their customers. They love their customers. And the folks that have staff and are retaining their staff love their staff. That is, they point to that is a lot of times point to that as the number one reason why they're so successful.
Well, and the other thing I think we want to tell everybody and remind everybody is that this thing is going in the field now. So that we have our most recent one sometime in May end up.
Yes, correct. And
So
we'll
if
be
you are
reporting that in
out
early
there,
June. Yep.
if you are out there, fill it out, because the more people we get respond, the more accurate the thing is. And quite frankly, it's been an incredibly accurate survey. So we thank
sure.
you for that. Paul
And
King.
thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We over the years, Accident Fund was with us so many years. Right now, Cinnaire is with us, MEDC. This takes a lot of work, and it also takes a financial commitment. And we've been very fortunate that people have stepped up and said, this is an important instrument for businesses around the state of Michigan to make future decisions with the data. And that's what's happened. So, Paul King, thank you so much for being with us all these years. And remember to respond to the survey that we are now putting in to the marketplace. We need your input, right?
Thank you, sir. Yes, we do.
All right, bud. Paul King, president of ROI Insight in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. You've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.